Well guys, we made it into the stand. There's one little problem though. I was about 75 yards from my stand, just easing down in here, and one of my target bucks, the one that came into my kill plot yesterday afternoon at 6 o'clock, big mainframe 10, was laying about 50 yards from my stand and blew out of here. So anyway, I don't expect him to be back this afternoon, but there's some other good ones in here. We're going to stay put. We're here. We're going to make an evening of it and see what happens. But let me just kind of give you an overview of what we're hunting here this evening. This is a cutover property. It's about a 70-acre property that was cut over about 6 years ago, I think now. But I'm in a creek bottom, and in the creek bottoms, it was all hardwood. So there's white oaks, red oaks, there's hickories, there's maples, all up and down this creek bottom here. And so they use this creek bottom as a thoroughfare through this cutover. But what I did was right down here in front of me in the cutover, I came in here with the tractor, just a real small tractor, and made me a little kill plot. I literally have about a 30-yard long by about 15-yard wide kill plot that's got clover and chicory in it. And being that there's very few nuts this year, no white oaks, but some reds that are dropping. There's some red oaks dropping in here, but they're hitting this pretty hard already. You would think it was late season. And that's what that big 10 came to yesterday at 6 o'clock. He was standing in that food plot eating. So anyway, we're going to get settled in here and see what we can make happen, make the best out of it. Those things happen, but if I don't see anything or don't get anything, I probably won't come back in here for a while. I'm going to let him get settled back into his territory. So hey, you harness up, sit right here beside him, and see what happens this evening. Guys, I cannot believe it. The 10-pointer that I busted out of here on the way in just came back. I was filming a 6, and the 6 is still standing here 20 yards in front of me. I was filming a 6-pointer, and I noticed he kept looking over his back. Well, here come the 10 back with a little small 8-pointer, walked right in, and I shot him at 25 yards. Yeah, My bad luck turned into good luck, and the silver fox is on the board for 2023, guys. I cannot believe it. What a hunt tonight. What a hunt. We're gonna get down and see if we can find him. I got a little bit of him. I saw him run off over the hill over here, and see if we can get down and go find him. All right, guys, so we've made it down safely out of the tree stand. Now we're gonna go over here and where I shot him. All right, I was right along in here when I shot him. Looking to see if I see any blood here. Not seeing anything right off. I know the arrow was still in him. I saw the lighted knock when he took off out through here. I think this is the way he went. See if I can pick up on any blood out through here. Finally see some blood. Yeah, right here's where he went. There's blood there. There's blood there. So we're on the track now. The last place I saw him was going past this real brown colored bush here. Don't really see any blood or anything though right here. Oh, here he is, right here in front of me. Yep, here he is, right here. Let's get him pulled out of here and we'll get a better look at him. Well guys, what an evening here in the Bedford County woods of Virginia. Second day of archery season in 2023, and I'll tell you what, I came in here, I had not planned on even hunting a buck until the end of the month, but yesterday I got pictures of this guy in a little kill plot I have here in this about 65 acre cutover. He was in there at 6 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and I said, you know what, it's cold, a cold front came through yesterday. I'm going to get in there this afternoon and see if I can't get him. And so I decided to come in the back way. I'd cut a second pathway in here in August to have a second method to get into my tree stand to play the wind right. But wouldn't you know it, I'm walking in, I'm within 75 yards of my tree stand, and I think this guy, he jumps up and takes off running. He was literally bedded 50 yards from my tree stand. Well, so I'm a little dejected. I get into the stand and sitting there, just wondering what's gonna happen next. The wind's blowing, and well, about 30 minutes later, I turn and look to my left, and there's a big 8-pointer standing 20 yards from me. He spooks out before I could even get my cameras on. He figured out something was up, and so from there I said, oh my goodness, there's 2 shooters and in less than an hour gone, and he's probably, nothing else is gonna happen. Well, about 35-40 minutes goes by. I look up, and there's a 6-pointer, pretty little basket rack 6, standing about 40 yards in front of me, works his way right into the food plot, and he's sitting there eating. I'm filming him, trying to get some good footage of him, and all of a sudden he snaps his head around and looks behind him. And I wasn't sure if he maybe caught my wind or what had happened, but all of a sudden I turn and look, and there this guy is. He's standing about 40 yards from me, actually walking in all bristled up. He was not happy that little 6-pointer was standing in his food plot. So he comes in, there's a little 8-pointer actually with him behind him. I ended up with 3 bucks in that little 30-yard by 30-yard kill plot all at one time, and I was fortunate enough to be able to get a shot on him, and man, just couldn't be happier. He went about 100 yards and folded up and just ended up with a beautiful, he's a mainframe, just 10-pointer, real nice and even, symmetrical. Couldn't ask for a better start of the year. So hey, this is just the beginning. We're in Ernebuck County, so now I've got to kill me a doe next. So we'll get back on the old